finally going to be filming the husband Q&A, which I have gotten this requested for forever now. This is his first time on here. I mean, he's been like, you know, in and out of like little clips and stuff, but never officially on the channel, so this is gonna be fun. So I asked you guys on my Instagram just a few questions, if you guys had any questions for us or just for him specifically. So so we're gonna start. Let's see here. First question, actually we'll start with, someone asked how old are you? So I'm 23 and he just turned 23.
Just turned 23 last month.
So we're just like, I'm like 6 months older, that's it. So we're basically the same age. Let's see. Okay, so someone said, tell us your love story. Okay, so basically, when we were in 7th grade, right? Yeah, you moved in 7th grade. We were in middle school and he had moved from Michigan to Indiana. So he was like one of the new kids coming in for school, and I thought he was so cute, and he rode the same bus as me because we lived like literally 2 streets down from each other. So that's kind of how we met, was like on the school bus. So basically I would sit in front of him some of the times, and I remember I told him he had pretty eyes because he has like really blue gorgeous eyes, and we were just like flirting, you know, whatever. And then we started texting, and we started sneaking out together. So since we lived 2 streets down from each other, we would sneak out and, you know, meet up and see each other and, you know, not be the best. And so then that's really, I mean, that was like, I would say 8th grade is when we really started like, you know, getting more serious. And like, he was kind of a player, so he'd break my heart a couple times. He was like talking to a bunch of girls, but we just, I don't know, we just like had something. So then our freshman year of high school, he finally asked me to be his girlfriend, finally committed to me, and we've been together ever since. So okay, so someone asked, who is more jealous?
I don't know.
I would say we're equal. I mean, we don't do anything really to make each other jealous, so it's like, you know, like we don't like go out of our way to like make each other jealous. I don't know. We don't really like.
I would say you though, honestly.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards me, I guess. But we really don't get jealous because we don't do anything, if that makes sense. So I don't know. Does Shay have a preference for how he likes your body, as in when you were heavy versus now? Just be honest too. Like, this is just honesty.
I mean, I didn't really mind it when she was like at her heaviest. I mean, I like it now, but I mean, I'm not saying I disliked it like back when she was heavy.
Yeah, I mean, he still would say that I was beautiful. He still, like, he never was like, ugh, like, I mean, even if he thought that sometimes, I don't know if he did, but he says he doesn't, but he never, like, would, like, disrespect me, or he never commented on my body or anything like that, so. Do you ever fight?
Every single day. 15 times a day at least.
Yeah, you guys, of course we do. That's just the reality, and we've been together for so long that we just know exactly how to push each other's buttons. I mean, he will literally annoy the crap out of me until I cry. Like, if I'm in a bad mood and he says one little thing, like, then I get mad, then he gets mad that I'm mad, and then it's just, we fight about like little stuff. We don't really have like huge like deal-breaking fights. I mean, we have before, but not like every day. Like the everyday things is just like,
just petty arguments.
Yeah, you know, regular husband and wife kind of stuff. For Shay, what are your 3 favorite things about me?
I don't know. I don't know an answer. I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, 1, she's a fantastic mother to Weston.
Oh.
Like, probably one of the best moms in the world. Aww. No joking.
Stop, I'm gonna cry.
She's really good at cooking too. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, she's just really good, like anything too. Like, she's one of those that can go find a recipe online, and like growing up, my mom, she could never do that. If she went and found a recipe online, she would ruin it. She could not put it together.
We love you, Jay, by the way.
Yeah. But Felicia could basically cook anything.
That is true.
I like how active you are, like as far as like keeping up with like the house cleaning, doing like the little thing, like the things that people don't normally like outspokenly like say like they appreciate it, but like keeping the house clean, keeping up with the laundry, like all the little things around the house that when I'm away at work and I can come home to, like stuff like that.
And like I'm the kind of person, like I know, like I'm not a working, like I work from home, so I've always been the kind of person that likes to be a home, like
take care of the home, but
like I've always liked to be like the housewife. Like I love to take care of the house. I love, you know, cooking him dinner and taking care of him. I know some people like roll their eyes, but that's just how I've just grown up to feel, and I like that. You know, I like being a stay-at-home mom and taking care of the house and, you know, cleaning and cooking and doing all that kind of stuff. So let's see, how did your weight loss journey affect him? I feel like I get this question a lot.
It doesn't really have an effect on me, just because I never really had like a preference as to like how she looked. Like I always thought she looked good, like at any weight. So I mean, the only thing that really affected me was like the different dinners that she would make, like food wise, like that had like a little effect. But I mean, the food is still good. Like even like the Weight Watcher foods that she makes, like those meals, like they still taste good. So I mean, I'm not gonna say they taste as good as like some of the stuff she used to make, but
He's adjusted well.
Yeah, that's really the only change. Like it's still food and I'm gonna eat it regardless. Like
going off of that, someone said, what's Shay's favorite Weight Watcher meal that you make?
I like the chicken pot pie bubble up. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and the cheesy chicken one too, because I used to make that, the cheesy chicken broccoli casserole. I used to make that before I started Weight Watchers, just using like real rice, full fat cheese, you know. So I kind of adjusted it, and because we loved it, like it was so good. So I was like, I still want to make this, so I kind of adjusted it, and it's still just, I mean, not as good, but I would say so just as good. Yeah. So kind of going off of that as well, was you being on a weight loss journey hard on Shay, like you guys not being able to go out to eat, etc.?
I mean, we'd go out to eat. Like she would, she scheduled her whole like cheat meals. I'm sure you guys already know this, but like the day of her weigh-ins, like she would weigh in that morning, and she would use that as like a rest day from the gym and like a cheat day for like. No, I'm not saying like all day cheat day, but like one good meal.
To like go out to eat.
Yeah, like go out to eat and like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, so we never like.
Get off the restrict, like the, it's not really even strict, but like.
Yeah.
Just the diet itself, like, to be like normal.
Yeah, to just have like a day to just whatever and not care, but also not go like crazy. But also with that, like, you know, even when we had, like, we would go out to dinner back in California with, like, friends, and I would bring my own ranch. Like, there's always time, like, we never, like, I was never, like, we can never go out to eat again. Like, we still do those things. It's just not as often as we would have before.
Like, for me, like, I like fast food. Like, I eat fast food almost every day at some point in time. I don't know. I've always ate it. But like the way my gym schedule plays out is I like to go at like sometimes like midnight, 2 a.m., like just dumb hours like that, where Felicia will be sleeping. So I mean, I'll get out of the gym at like 3:30 in the morning, and I'll go to McDonald's or something. Or if I make it in time, I'll go to Taco Bell because they close at 2 a.m. But
yeah, so
like I'll eat like my fast food, like, but Felicia will already be sleeping. She won't even know.
Yeah, so he still eats that kind of stuff, just not as much around me, I would say. So yeah, it's not like he's like completely deprived of, you know, fast food and stuff like that. Okay, so someone asked, in what ways has her weight loss changed our marriage, good and bad? Also, thank you for sharing her with us.
I mean, the only thing I would say is she's a lot happier now. She's a lot more willing to go do things. She doesn't want to just sit on the couch and binge watch her dumb shows.
I still watch my dumb shows, but
yeah, but
I do more. I'm more willing to do more as like a family.
She's more active now.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't really feel like much has really changed.
Yeah.
When you post body pictures on here, before and afters, does Shay care? Not controlling them.
She would ask me like some pictures she would post like in her underwear or something, and she would always ask me like, do you care if I post this or anything like that? Like,
yeah, I always ask him first if it's something that I feel like I should ask him, you know, and he's normally fine with it. I mean, there's some things he's like, so sometimes I like, you know, I don't post a lot of like booty pictures. Like I posted like maybe 2 booty transformation pictures in my whole thing. Like I haven't even posted them in a while because I just feel like that's kind of weird. So when I do, I try to do it more in a respectful way. But yeah, I always ask him first if I feel like it's something that, you know, is a little more revealing or whatever. How did you encourage your wife without judging her or making her feel bad?
I mean, in my opinion of the way I would handle it, like, I don't think I ever, like, pushed, like, the gym or, like, losing weight on her, like.
No, like, someone else asked, like, kind of the same question, like, so someone said when you started gaining weight, or, wait, where is it? Oh, pretty sure you said you were thinner when you first started dating Shay. Did he tell you when you started gaining weight or never mentioned it?
I mean, I didn't have to tell her that she was gaining weight. Like, that's something like, I mean, you know.
I was self-aware.
Yeah.
I knew I was gaining weight. I mean, I was gaining weight very, very fast. So I was aware. I didn't need him to tell me, and I think he knew that, so.
And I never really pushed, like, the idea of going to the gym, losing weight, getting on a diet on her. Like, she discovered that on her own. She did it on her own. But I mean, if she ever needed, like, encouragement or, like, I don't know, gym advice, like, I was there. I gave it to her and stuff, like.
Yeah, I mean, I would, even before this whole weight loss journey, like back in high school, I would try to lose weight a bunch and, you know, say I was gonna lose weight and he'd be like, okay, like, you wanna go to the gym with me? And like, he would try to get me to do it, but I just wasn't, like, he can't help me if I wasn't ready. And at that time, I was just making excuses all the time, and he would kind of get a little bit annoyed with me because I was very annoying. I mean, I would literally start something and then eat a cookie and quit, and he'd be like,
she's not even kidding too.
No.
Like, one cookie, like if she were to eat a cookie, that would lead to like
not going to the gym that
half
day.
a tub of ice cream.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
I would just completely sabotage myself and be like, oh, might as well just quit. And I'd be like, I don't want to go to the gym. I already ate bad today. And he's like.
And she was one of those, like, what does that shirt you say? Like, why start Monday or something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It could be a Tuesday and I'd be like, just start your diet now. She's like, I'm just going to wait till Monday.
Guys, I'm not kidding. I was so bad.
She was that person.
I was very, very annoying to try to, like, support. I'm not gonna lie, because what? What? We don't have donuts, honey.
Honey, we don't have donuts.
Okay. So everyone's asking what his name is. So
Shay, it's spelled C-H-E.
So it's Shay Jeffrey Keithley. Yeah, it's not S-H-A-Y. It sounds like Shay. All right, you want more muffins? Do you want to go grab him some muffins?
Oh, sorry.
Pause. So he's getting muffins, but Shay is his full name. It's not short for anything. It's just Shay, C-H-E. So, somebody asked, how do we meet, which we already talked about. Who was interested first?
You?
Yeah. Okay, so like we both had like a mutual friend, and she gave me his number, and she had like one of his jackets. You know, like in middle school, everyone took his sweatshirts, and I was so annoyed. Like, I don't know, because I liked him and whatever. So she had one of his jackets. I remember it. It's that blue jacket. And I was at her house and I was wearing it, and she gave me his number and we started texting, and that night I was like in the tent, remember? And he was like gonna come meet me. I don't know, it was this big thing. But I don't know, I would say me, like I pursued him. And then it just kind of, somebody said, Shay, when did you know you wanted to propose to Felicia?
I don't know. I would say the idea kind of just like popped up in my head. I think I talked to your mom about it, maybe. I kind of forget, honestly. Like,
yeah, he was joining the military right after high school, and we knew that to live together, we had to be married, but that's not, I mean, we had been together for so long, so it was just inevitable. So we were like kind of talking about it, and then he just, I don't know, he just proposed.
I mean, we'd basically been together since 8th grade. So, I mean, when we graduated high school and I was joining the Marine Corps, I was going to go away for 4 years. I mean, I kind of just thought it would be a good idea. I mean, figured we'd already been together for 5 years. Like,
it was almost like inevitable. So it was just like when, you know, so.
So I figured just do it now. We got married, I was like 18, just before I turned 19. She was 19. But I mean, we got married, moved out to California, lived together for 4 years, and
yeah, so like right after he left for boot camp, I mean, he proposed to me, and then he went to boot camp, and then I had that whole 3 months to plan our wedding. So we got married. He had boot camp, and then he came home for 10 days, and then he had to leave again. So we got married in those 10 days. So I don't know, it just kind of all worked out pretty well, I would say. And then that way, once we were married, then whenever he was done with schooling and all that, I could move with him to California. So that's what. Has anyone tried to break you guys up or come on to you knowing that you're married? No, right? I mean,
well, I mean,
we
like,
were dating.
a bunch of
some annoying girls.
A bunch of times it was like, and it's like we don't even know who it was, because every single time Felicia would like get texts from like anonymous numbers. Like, people would go on like iPod touches and get like texting apps and like make up like fake stories.
Well, I know one person who it was one time, but
yeah, but
other than that, I mean, I would get anonymous texts of like, Shay cheated on you, and I'd be like, did you cheat on? Like, I was like, what the heck? And he's like, no. So it was just, I mean, we've had stupid things like that back in high school.
You remember that one where you believed it?
Yeah, that.
But that one was crazy.
I mean, during our, you know, high school years, we did have, I mean, annoying girls, but I mean, other than that, I mean, since we've been married, right, there hasn't been any. Other
than that one text that you always share on your Facebook, your memories.
Oh yeah, I mean, when we were married, someone was like, he's cheating on you with me, and she was acting like she was a military person or whatever, like that they worked together. But I trusted him, so it wasn't a big deal. And people are evil. I'll just tell you that. People are evil. So best advice for first year for new parents.
Take it away.
Yeah, okay, so I mean, he's a great dad and he's super involved, but I mean, I would say the first year was like a lot me, like, you know, because I was nursing him, so it was like he was just always on me. I was, you know, always putting him to bed because he had to nurse. So like the first year, of course, like I needed his support, and he helped with like certain things, and he's not a huge diaper changer, but I would say you change more diapers when he was a baby than you do now. I don't know, but like when I had him, I had a really, really hard recovery, and you guys can watch the video on that, but he was very, very helpful. I mean, he changed the first diapers in the hospital, like, you know, and the poop's all like black and disgusting. I have a video of him gagging.
Oh my god.
Hospital. But
still gagging.
Yeah, he's not very good at poopy diapers, but he was super helpful when I was recovering and stuff. But pretty much the first year, I mean, I'm just being honest with you guys, it was a lot of just me taking care of Weston, and also he was working like all the time. He was in the military, so he was gone all day long and stuff. So also it's really hard to parent and also like be husband and wife, because you're so focused on your child that sometimes, you know, your marriage and things can get lost in all of it. And I mean, we still kind of are like that, to where like everything's about Weston, so sometimes we kind of neglect each other. And I'm not gonna lie, like, we're not perfect and we still have to work on that. And that's why, like, sometimes we go on date nights. I mean, now that we're back home with family, it's easier to, like, go on date nights because we have people to, like, watch Weston. And I think we should do that more because it is, you know, good for the relationship to get that alone time. What is one thing you would and one thing you wouldn't change about each other? So I guess I'll start. One thing that I wouldn't change about Shay is he's very, very hardworking, and although he has his lazy times.
Oh, I'm a lazy person.
Yeah.
I consider myself a lazy person.
But when it comes to work, he's very, I mean, last year the Marine Corps, you weren't that hardworking. He's very hardworking and he provides for our family, and I'll always be so thankful for that. And like, I've never had a problem with, like, oh, he's not working or he can't find a job. Like, he's always, like, even after he got out of the Marine Corps, he had like a couple months where he wasn't working, and I feel like even he was like ready to get back to work. Like, I think he kind of likes to get his hands
I was ready
dirty.
to go do a job that I wouldn't hate.
Yeah, I mean, even in the Marine Corps, like, he hated it, and he still, you know, you have to get up and go every day, and I was very thankful for that. Sorry, Weston's opening and closing the door right now. So that's definitely one thing that I wouldn't change about him. Also, he's such an awesome dad and loves Weston to death, and I'm very thankful that I have such a involved husband with my son. One thing that I would change about him is he has a very short fuse, so he gets annoyed like with any little thing, but the big things he doesn't care, but the little things, it's like, oh my god, it's the end of the world, and it'll ruin his day for the rest of the day, and he's in a bad mood. So I think that's one thing I wish that, you know, that what I would change about him is his short temper and his short fuse. Like, he gets annoyed with the littlest, stupidest things. So that's my answer.
I'm trying to think of how to, like, put it without being too mean.
No, be honest.
Alright, so basically Felicia's an idiot. I'm just kidding. We're gonna edit that out.
I'm not going to.
Like, one thing I wouldn't change about you is, like, how good of a mom you are to Weston. Like, how caring you are.
That's not weird.
For, like, our son.
Yeah, no, that's not weird.
I didn't know if, like, putting it like that would be weird. Like,
No.
the way I put it. Alright, one thing I would change about you.
Oh, that's not a hard one.
Okay, first of all, out of the minute, no. I'm just
I
kidding.
feel like I already know what you're gonna say.
What?
No, just say it.
Okay, so.
let's do 5 things.
It's like, this is kind of like a, I mean, it might not be weird, but it's kind of weird. But, like, the one thing I would change about Felicia is, like, she has, like, no opinions on, like, anything. Like, politics, like, anything going on in the world, like, basically, like, anything that's not, like, considered, like, small talk, like, you know what I mean? Like, big, like,
Conspiracy
discussions.
theories.
Not
and,
even like that, though, like, just, like, important things, like, I feel like she's stuck, like, in her, like, own little world, like, with MTV shows and, like, reality TV shows and, like, stuff going on here, like, in her immediate life. But, like, I feel like she doesn't, like, she has no, like, views on anything. And, like,
okay, so I do. I just don't talk about them, really. I don't like to talk about politics. I don't like to talk about things that'll consume my mind and drive me crazy, like the universe. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm annoying, I guess. I don't know. I like to keep that kind of stuff. I mean, I talk to him sometimes about politics, and we have similar views, but he's, like, so extreme to where, like, I just get annoyed. I don't know. I just don't like to talk about politics or anything like that. I agree that I'm annoying about that. I just...
Like, sometimes I just want to have, like, a discussion. Like, sometimes, like, I'll see a news article and I want to, like, talk about it. And, like, instantly I'll bring it up. Like, and before I even bring it up to her, like, I literally have to say, okay, don't get annoyed. Like, or, like, can I talk to you about something? Don't get annoyed. Like,
I'm already annoyed, though.
yeah, and then she gets annoyed right after I say that, of course. But, and then I'll read it. Like, I'll read what the article will be about or something. And
I'm
then
just like...
instantly she's like, no, like I don't want to talk about it. Like no, that's
I am
stupid.
weird like that. I
And
don't
I'm
know.
like, all right, whatever.
I don't know. That's true. I am very weird about that. I don't know why. I don't know. How has adjusting to civilian life been? My husband just got out of the Marine Corps too.
I love it.
Ah!
I mean, it's an easy adjust. So you just go back to what you were doing before, basically. I mean,
But you're not
obviously you're an
literally-
adult now and you're married, may have kids or something, but I mean, you just like go on with your life. But like now you don't have to wake up every morning and shave. You don't have to wake up Monday morning and like, oh, you forgot to get a haircut or something stupid like that. Like, there's just a lot of things in the military that are so stupid. Like, but being going back to civilian life and stuff, like, I mean, it's not hard.
I love it. Oh my god.
I love it too.
It's just nice being home with family and like letting our son know who his grandparents are and like introducing him to the family and letting him spend time with our family now, because we were like thousands of miles away and it was really hard. And also like with my pregnancy with him, like I was alone. I didn't have my family around to experience, you know, my first pregnancy and like baby shower. I mean, I had a baby shower I came home for, but like I just got like cards and stuff because I couldn't take a ton of stuff home. You know, just like all those little things when it comes to like my pregnancy and stuff, and just like life experiences that you would normally have with your family and loved ones and friends. I didn't get that. So it's just nice being back home with my dad and my mom and my mother-in-law and everybody. Like it's a million times better. Plus like California, we hated it. So it's good to be in Indiana. All right, last question. It says, do you hope your next baby is a boy or a girl? It's an easy one for him.
Well, let's hear what you have to say. You already know my answer.
Okay, for me, I would be thrilled with another boy. I love my boy more than life, and I love being a boy mom, and I would be perfectly happy and excited for another boy. But I do want to experience both. So whether that's this next one or the one after that, I do want a girl at some point, and I would love to have a girl next. So I'm leaning more towards a girl, but I am perfectly happy with both.
I mean,
He wants a boy.
I would say like 99% I want a boy next. I won't say a full 100, but I mean, I would not be upset for more than like a few seconds.
It's just a lot different for the dad to have a girl, you know?
Like, I would be perfectly happy with 3 or 4 boys. Perfectly happy.
And I'm like, oh, I would love to have some more boys, but I want at least one girl, at least one. Because I just want to experience both of those. Because I know boys and girls are so different, and I would love to have a little girl to dress up and to be, you know, just like me and all that kind of stuff. So just like you want a boy to be just like you. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I really want to have
I want 4
that.
boys to be just like me.
Oh my god. I don't know. We'll see. But I got a lot of questions on when we plan on having another one as well, and we're working on it. So of course we'll let you guys know whenever it happens. We want to have one this year. So Weston will be 3 next month. Oh my god. Weston will be 3 next month, and I'm really glad that we waited as long as we did. I was really back and forth for a long time. Like, I would want one, and then I'd be like, oh, maybe it's not the right time. And I'm finally at the place where I'm 100% ready to have another. So, and Weston's gonna be literally the best brother ever. So, he needs our attention right now. So we're gonna go. Thanks for coming on the channel. Let me know how you guys like this, if you want to see him in more videos, if you have any other suggestions. I think this was fun. I'm excited to edit it. And we will see you guys in the next